next segment, it's a new section from It's Mother Who people might be following on Twitter. And this is It's Mother Who's podcast review. And this week she's reviewing Radio Rassilon.
Doctor Who podcasts are everywhere. It would seem even that strange little man at number 73 is making one. With so many to choose from, how do we separate the Bedlington Terrier from the canine? How do we decide which to give our precious time over to? Well, I'm going to do your listening for you and hopefully help you make an executive decision on which podcast to listen to. This month I'm going to be discussing Radio Rassilon. Radio Rassilon is a monthly podcast by two rather nice chaps, Leeson Fisher and Harry Medium, described on their website as a light-hearted, sideways look at Doctor Who. Now, I've been doing a bit of research, I've listened to 1 or 2 episodes and I've talked to their fans, known as Rassi fans. We get back to them later. First, let me tell you a little bit about what goes on in their sideways world. Radio Rassilon is the perfect mix. It has 2 very amiable presenters in Leeson and Harry, who have a brilliant rapport which will keep you interested with their humorous and factual look at the world of Who. They are obviously massive fans themselves and this shows. In the last episode, they discussed The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe. They didn't like it very much. I'm thinking not very many staunch fans did. But what do these boys discuss when there isn't a recent episode of The Doctor to talk about? Well, these boys aren't fussy. They will talk about all manner of Who goodness. In episodes I've listened to, I've heard them discussing classic Who DVD releases, audio books and conventions they've attended. And then of course there is I Am William, the youngest member of Radio Rassilon, a review of which wouldn't be complete without giving this little dude a mention. I Am William's segment of the podcast is a small child's view on life, the universe and everything. I've heard him review the Tintin movie and The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe. He didn't care much for it either. I've also heard him bring Danger Mouse to life. This little dude's tiny portion of the show is by far my favourite. Sorry guys, but that's the mother in me, and as we found out in The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe, mothers rule. Back to the Rassi fans. This loyal bunch of Radio Rassilon listeners are very fond of the boys. I asked them to tweet me a 3-word review of the show, and here are 1 or 2 of the replies. Woo! So, in summary, what do we get when we listen to Radio Rassilon? In my opinion, I think we get a professional sounding podcast, well edited with music and sounds, interesting topics for fans of both classic and new Who, and the hosts are 2 very funny gentlemen who manage to keep me entertained through hours of listening. Radio Rassilon gets a massive thumbs up from Mother Who.
Thank you very much. It's Mother Who. You can now
Mother Who, and you can follow her on Twitter, can't you?
At It's Mother Who. You can come back in the room now. I think she just tweeted saying she's left the room because she didn't want to watch herself live being broadcast. But anyway, come back now. It's safe. If you've got a video or an idea for a video that you want to be part of Talking Who, you can see, hey, we're open to everyone to just come and get involved and produce.
We need ways to fill out the hour.
But also, you know, we want this. It's a fan show made by fans for fans. So, you know, we're always interested to hear from you if you've got ideas. We can give you ideas if you're just keen to get involved and actually make video segments for Talking Who.